never play a doubleheader at home. They never have a rain delay. There's a lot of things that's really conducive to developing good pitchings in Tampa.
And they do have it. Buck, tell me, now last week had to be, you got a game going on where they say there's stuff going on outside the stadium. When that was happening, were you even aware there was anything going on outside the stadium?
Oh, sure, Mike. There's no secrets. As much communication as there is.
Did your players know, or did you keep it from your players?
Sure, Mike, and I'm not going to keep that.
Because they're walking into the clubhouse and stuff, right?
They have families. They have wives. They have a lot of young children. And
was it worrisome? Was it worrisome?
Sure. And I look at, we allowed them to go on the team plane to Tampa, on short notice. I'd like to be the traveling secretary. You had to find a hotel. You had to find a plane. We had to go to a different airline. There were a lot of challenges there. We had to stay at a different hotel, but it pales in comparison to other people's challenges.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, come on, we're flying on a great plane. We're staying in a great hotel, and we're not near going through the challenges that other people.
How about the day? And we're talking about Buck Showalter, and last week they played the game. They decided before they play the last ones down in Tampa that they would play with no fan base, no one in the stadium. Setting up that day, going in that day, Buck, it must have been kind of bizarre. It must have been surreal getting, just the whole feeling that whole day around the ballpark.
Mike, there's so many things that go on during the season. We started games at 11:15 at Yankee Stadium. Things that happen a lot there. We started games at 11 a.m. in Boston. I mean, there's so many, I think we played 6 straight days with different start times. There's so many challenges. This is unlike anything because, I'm so proud of our ownership because, when I went over there that morning, he wanted to come over and talk about everything, and not once did he talk about a loss of money. It was 2 questions. What's best for the city of Baltimore, a city that Mr. Angelos dearly loves, and what's the safest venues for our fans and for the city? And the last thing he wanted to do was take, 100, 200 security people away from what was going on in the inner city,
right,
and have them come over and be responsible there. And, I know, and you know, that you took a pretty good hit there.
Oh, financially, absolutely.
But, it was remarkable to watch how that all went down. When he came between the curfew and all the other things that were going on, we looked at every scenario. There was really only one there. There was not a makeup day for that third game. We had to play one of the 3, and then we could play the doubleheader later this month when Chicago was going to come back through. But if we didn't get one of those in, and the only way to do it was the way we did it. And I don't know, Mike, these 4 games we played, especially that one, there were 10 runs scored, and the game was 2-0-2. I think we've identified how to speed up games.
Yes, and you guys scored a ton in the first inning in that game, right? Didn't you score a bunch of runs in the first inning?
There were no pitching changes during the game. There wasn't, we had the same time between innings, because it was on TV, but it was different. But, once we got into the game, it was about the game. It kind of reminds you of an instructional league or a B game in spring training, and, there were not even a thought of any altercations or anything. It really takes a lot of the emotion out of the game, and it's really about who can get themselves ready to play.
Look, you got a team in that city playing baseball that come from all different backgrounds, all different parts of America, internationally. Did you worry how that was going to impact your team? Did you sit and talk to your players about this? I mean, did you notice it having any impact on your team?
No, I think one of the big challenges was making sure they felt like their families and everybody was I think it's the unknown that drives people crazy, trying to communicate exactly what was going on, and finishing every conversation with them was like, okay, now you know what I know, and not leaving something out there, and letting them understand how it's going to work, and this is how we're going to do it, and here's the thought process put into it, and more importantly, this is why we're doing it this way. And there's so many things that go on. What is normal, Mike? What is normal? There's some things that you don't want to be